What's going on, everyone? Seth Miranda here from Manfrotto, coming from Soho, Manhattan, right here in New York where I live. And it's a beautiful area, right? You got the cobblestone, you got some graffiti here and there, old architecture. And I had Gabrielle with me. We'd walk around, take some shots with the ambient light, you know, using reflector type stuff. We used this Manfrotto HaloCompact right here for a lot of it. But then I said to myself, she's also a great makeup artist, right? And she always gives me this idea of getting a little more higher up there, something that might be a little cleaner or stylized. And how do you do that? Well, you eliminate the environment that we're in. And you know, New York is lively and it's great, but sometimes you want to get your client just a completely different look, just more options fast. You want them to leave with like a sense that they got a lot out of you and just being psyched on what you gave them. So when I was looking around, I said to myself, why don't we make a commercial white background? That is completely different from what we're doing. It'll give her like a more of a studio-ish kind of feel, completely different, and we can do that because I've got all this with me. The first thing I did was pull out these. These are Manfrotto stackable stands. You can see that they go completely flat and they click together. So I was able to carry two of them, no problem. And these are, I think these are the smallest ones they make. But I dropped one of these and then I pulled out the Manfrotto HaloCompact Plus. Now here's the thing. The HaloCompact is 32 inches, but the Plus is actually 38 inches. That's an extra 6 inches in diameter. You don't think that's a lot different, but you can actually see here in size, you get a lot more real estate. And what are you gonna do with that real estate? Well, if you need it, right? I'm using the Diffuser skin, which is 2 stops, and that's great if you wanna get, you know, a coverage of a surface area. Let's say you're shooting couples or multiple people, or maybe tabletop, and you need to cover the whole table or something like that. You just need more area of diffusion. That's where you get this more real estate. Well, to me, I used it as a background. Yeah, so to get that commercial white look, what I did was kind of go with that whole idea that we usually do where we put the model into the shadow and we shoot just outside of the light. But this time I did it backwards. Thanks to this gap in the frame, the design itself actually allows me to snake it through the post right here on the stand, which keeps it upright. That means I don't have to grip anything. Even though it has a 1/4 socket on it, I'm not making like a wind sail here. Put a quick clamp on it, I'm good to go. Put my bag on the stand to keep it stable, and now I have a white background. But how do we make it super white? Well, I put it into the sunlight and I got Gabrielle in the shade. If I'm shooting and exposing for Gabrielle in the shade, that means that sunlight automatically goes super blown out white. It's overexposed, which is exactly what we want for that commercial look. But how do I go to another level with this? How can I really stylize this if that light is just a little blah, it's not really, you know, dynamic? Well, that's when I put out the other stand and I put a speedlight on there. Now with that speedlight, I'm able to use that light source to shape Gabrielle. So the Compact Plus was my background. The straight up 32-inch HaloCompact was a diffuser panel for me with the speedlight. But it gets even more crazier from there because while we can use it as our key light to shape Gabrielle's face, we had a lot of sunlight going on there, right? So what I was actually using this for was to not only diffuse some of the light that was coming from behind her with that sunlight, but also reflect some of that already existing ambient light in and then use the speed light as a key. So it was actually acting like a key light and a fill light at the same time. I don't know many other things you can say that about, but you're able to do that here. And let me tell you something, when it comes to things that go in my bag, it has to have more than one purpose, otherwise it doesn't go in there. You know, the real estate inside that bag is very, very valuable. And when the compact is this compact, I'm carrying 4 of them and I got multiple sizes. I have all these options, and so do you, to create whatever kind of light or look you want. And this is just kind of like a testament to it. In the middle of the street, I was able to get more of like a studio-esque type look, and even beyond that, a more organic light look of a studio-ish look in the middle of the street. I don't know how else to put it, but you get what I'm saying. You're looking at the images. So I hope this was helpful to you guys. I'm really curious to see how everybody else is using these things. I keep finding more and more use cases for them. So please let me know in the comments what you're using them for, some things you're excited about, some things you've been thinking about, or any questions you might have. Don't forget to like, follow Manfrotto on all the platforms, and you can follow me at LastXWitness on all social. But for now, I will see you guys next time. Later.